Hi. So today, thousands and thousands of high school students are walking out of their schools at the behest of this charismatic, egomaniacal, once a child, recently an adult, so game's on, David Hogg. Now, here's the thing. What are they walking out of school for? What are they abandoning education for? For gun control, for the removal of one of our freedoms. Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to be done talking about the walkout and David Hogg. What we're talking about is the fact that owning a gun is a huge responsibility. You see, an argument people like to make is, what happens if somebody just gets so angry they can't control themselves, they end up shooting somebody? That's part of the responsibility of owning a gun. Where once you might have punched somebody in the face, now you got to take a deep breath. Decide whether it's really worth getting angry over. And then move on. Because now, if you fly off the handle, somebody might end up dead and you might end up in jail. That is the responsibility of gun ownership. Now, I wouldn't necessarily expect these people to understand that, because if you look at the life of the people talking about gun control, they don't have many responsibilities. They either are children still being taken care of by their parents. They have very little to do with bills and children and lives to keep up on. Instead, they're, for the most part, taken care of. Or they are just absolutely not being taken care of because they're not taking responsibility for anything. Note the ridiculous amount of poor people in this country, many of whom are not poor because the system is keeping them down. But that's not what this is about. This is about the responsibility of gun ownership. I am going, however, to bring it out a little. You might notice that a lot of people who want gun control are Bernie bros. They're these neo-socialists, neo-Marxists. They believe that life is a power struggle, that that's all that exists is the acquisition and use of power in its various forms. These are the same people who then turn around and say that they want socialized health care. They want a socialized living wage. That means people just being handed a check every month in the mail for existing. These are people who want to be taken care of because they don't want to take responsibility for anything. And what happens when these people get a weapon? Well, you have that one Bernie bro stabbing up a couple people in Seattle. You have, and those people died, by the way, just so you know. You have another Bernie bro shooting up a Republican baseball game, nearly killing a public figure. But, of course, they're going to come back to all of these school shootings. Well, let's take note of who is committing the school shootings. It's the same kind of people. It's people that are being taken care of. It's people who haven't gone out into the world and had to forge their own way. Now, I understand that there is an anomaly here. You know, the Vegas shooter. He is completely anomalous, and oddly enough, no answers have come out in that case. No real investigation has happened, and nobody really knows what happened, except that a lot of people died because of a gun, and that the gunman was found dead in his hotel room. There's a lot of controversy surrounding that case, and so to use that as a way to bring about gun control seems well, disingenuous, I suppose. Continuing on, I just want to reiterate the fact that for the most part, the people committing these mass acts of violence with weapons, they don't have kids. They don't have their own home. They don't have their own set of bills. They don't really work a real job. Maybe they work at Starbucks part-time, but I'm sorry to all you baristas out there, but that's not an actual job. You don't have real responsibilities. And those of you that do, you're probably not pushing for gun control. Gun control is just one of the many steps toward tightening the grip of control on the American people and removing and eroding our freedoms. I think that people are either going to stand up and take our freedoms back, or those of us who are willing will eventually die off, as David Hogg has stated in the past. And these infantilized, taken care of, kept people will be the ones who live on. In which case, enjoy Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. In the meantime, if you've learned something new from this video or you just like my opinion, please hit that like button. Go ahead and share this video with my friends. I think everyone should be showered with my ignorance. And hit that subscribe button. I need more subscribers. I would love it if you personally in particular, you sitting right there or standing. Are you sitting or standing? I don't know. You might be even laying down. I would love it if you would subscribe. I need you as a subscriber. Other than that, I think I'm going to let this one go. See you on the other side. Goodbye.